Hey guys, welcome back to Everything Anime Podcast. I'm your host Shinry here at the Everything Anime Podcast. I'm from anime, manga, video games, TV shows, and a roll of top 5 we feel like talking about. Today's video is on Black Clover chapters 380 to 381. Now, I don't recall everything that happened in the last chapter of Black Clover. I know the last thing we did was Yuno and Asta had leveled up and they took down what we thought was the original Lucius clone, and we thought we had won the war. We thought we had ended it. And it did seem pretty easy, bittersweet. But that devil in the corner had mentioned, like, this could all be going his plan. She said something like that to that extent. And she also said the same thing when the devil dude had died. So I was like, he's got some kind of backup plan, obviously. So we knew something was coming down. And then the other Black Bulls were powered up by Asta's anti-magic, the same way that Naruto had powered everybody with the Nine-Tailed Fox chakra in the war. Except they had anti-magic and they used their own abilities to take down who they were fighting. All of it was very cool and I loved all of it. Black Clover is one of my top favorite mangas of all time. But, so that's where we last left off. So when we open it up, it does seem like the original died. Oh, well, it didn't seem like the original died because he suddenly transforms into, like, what he calls the Wizard Emperor. He calls himself, like, the Grand Wizard. I mean, that's all really we can say. Like, so it turns out, like, even though they thought they killed him, it seems like it wasn't him. Oh, we later find out that it's not. It was another clone of him, just like the most powerful clone he had, where he was in the background charging up all his energy. And so, well, he was charging up all his energy for like this one grand spell that connects all these grimoire towers together. So the best way to explain it is like basically like when a wizard dies and their grimoire is left behind, it goes back to these towers. That's where the grimoires come from. And so once the grimoires are back in the tower, the Wizard Emperor Julius can access them and then have access to all their magical abilities. So basically, his ultimate plan is to become the all-powerful wizard, be able to use everybody's grimoire by killing them all. Like, basically, it's equivalent to the Elder Wand in Harry Potter, except it's the Elder Grimoire, basically. That's the best way I can probably sum it up. What his plan is. Like, if you have access to everybody's wizard powers, although all wizards have to die for you to do that. But if you have access to all these wizard abilities and powers, you would be the Wizard Emperor, I guess. And so he begins killing off all the captains. He starts out with 3. I know one of them is Jack. One of them is the King of Purple Orcs. And then one of them is like the chain guy from the first episode, I believe. And then he gets like his chain abilities. I think he gets Jack's like slicing abilities. And I don't know what the Purple Orcs guy can do. At least I forgot. And then back in the Land of Sun, Ryu, he's using like his like eye thing to like see what's happening on the battlefield and then relay information back to Asta telepathically. And he's basically saying like your anti-magic is still Lucius's greatest threat. Like you are the only one that can take down Lucius. No matter what magic is used against you, your anti-magic can stop it. And we know that because when the devil showed up, he wiped the floor with all the captains, but then when Asta came out of nowhere and hit him with this blade and he went flying, he was like, what the fuck was that? Not in those exact same words, but like, you know, if this was Dead Man Wonderland, he'd absolutely say, what the fuck just hit me? Like, what the fuck, knock me out the way. So the fact that Asta can hit the devil and take him out, yeah, Asta can take out a godlike being as well. And so Ryu's trying to tell him, like, all the magic is accumulating in the center of his heart. Like, something in that chess piece is where all the magic's accumulating. If you can take that out with your anti-magic, Lucius should die. Lucius will go down. And that's when Lucius pulls out his trump card, because obviously he can't let Asta get that final hit. He can't let Asta ruin his plans of becoming Wizard Emperor. This motherfucker resurrects Asta's mama. And, well, Libby, Asta's devil partner, stepmother, because she took care of Libby when he was first came into this world. And I was like, oh man, that's so fucked up. And we should know that was coming. He brought back the Silva family's mama. He brought back God, I'm forgetting the Shadow guy's name. He brought back the Shadow guy's brother, Morgan. He brought back his brother. So it is actually weird that I never thought that he'd bring back Asta's mom. But yeah, I knew at this point Asta was going to go down because, of course, neither Asta or Libby want to cut down their mother, even if it's a clone or a fake. You know, the Silver family hesitated as well, but like this is somebody that Asta and Libby got to know. Asta didn't directly know, as far as I remember. Like, he didn't get to meet her from what I remember in the story, but like obviously, like he cares about her, like his mother. And I don't think a lot of us could cut down our own mother if we had to. You know, like mind control, not like evil, but like, you know, mind control or something like that. But Lucius didn't give a crap about that and cuts them down immediately. He don't care that y'all had a heartwarming reunion with your mother. He don't care that y'all hesitated. That's exactly what he wanted. He cut them down, and I was like, fuck. With Asta and down and Libby down, Lucius once again resurrects all the clones we just took down. Like he gives them like these powered up forms. He powers himself up once more just to increase despair all over the kingdom. It's like, okay, with Asta down, you guys have no more magic that can defeat me. Yuno as well could hurt me, but Yuno's already, you know, on his last stretches too. Like, him and Asta leveled up, but like, that was like, basically they were already pushing themselves to the limit. So he's like, oh, I won. No one else can stop me. And even though Yuno is low on power, he's still Asta's rival. He still has become the Wizard King too. So Yuno ain't giving up. He pushes himself towards the end. Like, even if his best friend can't take you down, he's going to be the one to do it. And even if that means he's using the last of his strength, because I think Lucius said something along the lines of, oh, are you really going to release Neverland? Like, if once you lose that, you can't stop me either. Because again, Yuno and Asta can fight him, but Yuno is on the last fringes of his power. And even though Yuno is out of power, even though the Black Bulls have lost their anti-magic, because the Black Bulls, they had got powered up previously with anti-magic from, again, Asta's, like, I hate calling it Naruto cloak, because again, other anime and manga have done this before, but like, you know, Asta gave him his anti-magic energy. They were to fight the clones. They're like, hey, we ain't gonna let Asta leave us behind in the dust. Asta's our ally. Asta's one of the Black Bulls. We're willing to still fight. I don't know if they meant against the clones or against Lucius as well, but like, we're gonna back up, you know, and try to help him. Even if we don't have anti-magic, we're still gonna fight. Even if we can stall him for just a second. Even if we can buy you a second, that's what we're gonna do. But that's why, and this is also why I love Asta, because even though he's down, he's not out. Like, Asta's like, hey, me and Libby, we might be low on energy, but we're not ready to give up yet. As long as we're alive, we're still wanting to fight. And that's how I love Asta. Asta is one of my favorite characters of all time. In every anime and manga I've read, whether it was Hunter x Hunter, it was Gon, Yu Yu Hakusho, it was between Yusuke and the fox guy, Kurama. I really like Kurama's fox form. You know, all of these characters, you know, you fucking love them. Soul Eater, it's Black Star. Well, between Black Star and Death the Kid, both of them were hilarious to me. But yeah, Asta is just one of those characters, man. You're just drawn to him so fucking strongly. And so, what does Asta, who couldn't cut down his mother, low on power, what does his final fight look like? It's giving Yuno the last of his anti-magic abilities fused with his Neverland abilities, making him even stronger. So the fact that like Yuno still able to put up a fight against current Lucius, fully powered up, the original, not a clone. Apparently this is the original, and Yuno managed to take out all the other clones in a previous panel. Like, he took down all the clones and he charged at Lucius. So this was the last one left. I think the next 2 chapters or so are going to be the ending of this fight. I think it's going to be all out, everything they got, and I think the Black Bulls are going to give, you know, even just a brief second, like I said, like, it'll probably be a brief second, but it'll be enough to take him down. But yeah, I don't know when we're going to get those chapters. All I know is I'm excited. Black Clover, it's dropping every now and then. It's a part of Jump Gaia, which I thought was going to be like a whole different app, but it just seems like it just comes out less often. Kind of like Boruto. Like, Boruto drops every other month or so. But very short video, very short chapters. Again, very cool, very hype. I'm a huge Black Clover fan. I want to get some Black Clover art hung up eventually. I got One Piece hung up right now, and some Naruto and other stuff on the other side. But yeah, I'm very excited. Anyways, that's all for this video. Let me know, guys, what you thought about these Black Clover chapters. Sorry, I'm kind of rushing through because I work today. But I really did enjoy these. Hope you guys enjoyed it too. I'll see you guys next video. Talk to you later. Bye. Hey guys, this video was sponsored by me, the author of the Shinry series, the Chronicles of Wayne, and Monsterverse. So I figured I'd do this outro a little bit different by showing you guys what you guys would be checking out.
So, the Shinry series starts with Book 1, Shobu Samurai Project Aryoku. 10 years after the death of his parents, Shobu Samurai returns home seeking vengeance, but instead faces the choice to save his home from shadow creatures, blood beasts, and an organization once thought dead. Shinry's Shobu Samurai starts at $9.99. And if you love anime, manga, Naruto, One Piece, Bleach, Yu Yu Hakusho, Fairy Tail, Shaman King, Rave Master, Zatch Bell, anything like that, the Shinry series is definitely the series for you. You'll definitely want to check it out. The Sword of Light is probably the thickest one so far. And then these books are 2. This is Enter the Dread Zone Tournament. And the series original ending, Arado, the Legendary Conjuring Master. So, and I'll just show you guys some of the covers. Really proud of all of these. But I hope you guys check it out. If you don't like that, I also have the current published books for the Chronicles of Wayne, Love Be Damned, Cotton Candy, Full Moons, Fabled Lovers, A Cursed Virgin's Bite. If You Go Where Monsters Dance, Red will Rain Over Your House. Love Be Damned. Now, the Chronicles of Wayne is about a geeky guy, or a nerdy guy in high school. His senior year, he has a crush on the hottest guy in school, because of course he does. He's only got one best friend, and her name is Barb. Well, the hottest guy in school turns out to be a werewolf. And to make the story more interesting, he bites Wayne and turns Wayne into the first ever wolfman in the last 10 years. And because of that, it was also a sacred law that wolfmen should never be created. I don't want to get into too much of the Chronicles of Wayne without spoiling it, but I can tell you it's very short. This one sells for $6.99, and Love Be Caged right after it. The ending of this trilogy, Love Be Liberated, comes out in October. So I'm going to definitely do a more full in-depth review of this one. But yeah, it's an LGBT fantasy fiction story about werewolves, vampires, white witches, a dark warlock, and, well, many, many more surprises to come. So if you guys like to read, I definitely recommend. These are all the books so far in the Shinry series, except for Shinry's Beginning. I do have that one, but it's just not here with me. But yeah, I appreciate a like, support, or just a review on Amazon. Either way, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a great day.